beautiful souls out there. I hope you're able to get out in nature like Starlight is. Hang on, Starlight's a little off here on just a little bit more. Okay, so Starlight is out here. Before I say any more, but thank you to all of you who are here loving and supporting Starlight, and thank you for the new subscribers that I just received a few days ago. Welcome to all of you that are new, and also hello to all of you who have been here a while on my YouTube channel. I appreciate all of you, I really do. And so I just got done making a video about how to clean dishes park camping without a sink. So this time, here, Starlight's still a little, Starlight's a little off. So I just got to get this adjusted a little bit better. But anyway, now, because I'm here, I figure, you know what? I need to make this video too. And this is also about, where you might not be able to go to a park. There might be a reason, or you might want to get a loan and there might not be a park and you need to prepare. Like right now, I'm going to prepare a salad for later on. And when it comes, this is what I had to learn the hard way. So when I make videos, I want to help you out. But before I start making this video is I want to say a huge thank you to all of you. Hey, yay! Thank you to all of you who have been here loving and supporting Starlight. I love you so much. And if you are new to my YouTube channel, welcome. And you can find me on YouTube, and that is at Starlight, and that is Kathy with a K Dingman. Plus, thank you for all of you who watch my videos, give me thumbs up, who have subscribed to my YouTube channel, or even leave me a comment down below. Thank you. Woohoo! Thank you so much to all of you. And thank you for being here. I appreciate all of you. I can't do this alone. We all need each other, and that is what this is about. Also, if anyone would love to ask any questions, please ask away, and you can do that by leaving a message down below a video that you found me on, or you can reach out to me on my Instagram, and that is at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook, and that is Kathy with a K Dingman. So I'm back. So Starlight had to go get some water. So also, is if anyone would love to send any love donations, you can through my Cash App, and I will have the information here. Ding, there it is. And so, yay, we got to the part everybody's waiting for. But it is so important to do the introduction to my videos to let my viewers know the family of love, light, and peace, to let them know how much I appreciate all of you, and I really do. I don't take this lightly. So Starlight is just gonna make a quick salad, nothing fancy. I actually just remembered will be my salad. I'm very easy to pleasy. So this is iceberg lettuce. It's not my favorite, but this is what I received today. Thank you, universe, for this iceberg lettuce. So we really want to make sure what we're eating is that it's rinsed out, and it's so important, especially iceberg right now. They told me to make sure I really rinse this out, and that is what I'm doing today, is to rinse this out, rinse the lettuce out. So Starlight is going to open this head of lettuce up. And so I'm so grateful for the food pantries where I'm able to go, and God blesses me in many ways by giving me food, and it's because that is what is in the Bible. All my needs will be met. So so what Starlight is going to do is peel this first layer off and shuck that. There's that. So I'm only going to make, Starlight's only going to try to make just a small little bowl. This is for me for later. It's got a lid that goes with it. It goes with it. I talked funny the other day. It was so funny. I was actually laughing at myself with a man that I met somewhere because my tongue got tied, and we were just laughing about it. It was funny. So I just got to be careful. I normally wouldn't do it on this this cooler box here because it's made out of foam. I was going to try to do it where I was going to do it. I I actually make food in the back of my SUV. I have space there, and I put my, this is a plastic cutting board. They say it's not really good because you'll have plastic in your food, but it also has a poster, well, it's actually a canvas thing that I have underneath it, so it gives it some support. So if you're wondering what am I, you know, how am I doing this, because you can't see it, but that's what this is. So Starlight, this is how Starlight does her iceberg. So I gotta really be careful of how much pressure I add on this. I don't want to break my so I'm gonna just like kind of dice my iceberg. This is how Starlight does her. I like small pieces of iceberg lettuce, but I really prefer romaine or spinach or other yummy greens for salad, the healthier stuff. But I'm not gonna refuse the iceberg lettuce. I will take the iceberg lettuce. I just know the other stuff is better for you. So this is how Starlight does her iceberg lettuce, is by cutting it. Of course, Starlight always does more than she needs. So I'm gonna stick this other part of this in here for now so it doesn't fall on the ground. So I'm just kind of, so there it is. And like I said in the other video, it's about rinsing your vegetables off, and that's why you want a big ass container like this. So I got a few things to rinse off, so I'm gonna rinse the iceberg in here, and that means Starlight's got to fill up because I'm like getting low on that. So just put all this in here, mix it all up like a like a tossed salad. So we're gonna let that sit in this bowl right now, and then I'm gonna go on to the next. I got little friends out here. They're probably wanting to know what Starlight's doing out here. So I'm gonna make sure this is all nice and rinsed and let it soak for a little bit. So they're like, hey, Starlight, got any food? So there's that. And these are carrots. I'll tell you what, the best kind of carrots you can get for car camping is, I'm gonna just show you. These kind, because they last longer. They actually last longer. They last longer than packaged up carrots. So packaged carrots, I've never had these kind. These are rainbow baby carrots. I've never had these kind, but every single time I open up one of these bags, and then I'll rinse these carrots off, put them in a container. No matter what I do with these things, bam, it's almost like you gotta eat all the carrots in one night, because they will go bad instantly. Well, you know what? It is kind of funny, because since it's all about saving time when it comes to car camping, and so Starlight is going to put her carrots right in with the, actually these I think are already washed, but I always have a habit of rinsing them off, because you never know how good they are coming from a food pantry, because a lot of times they give you stuff that that's why the store might have gave them it, because I want to make sure there's no slime or anything like that on any of the and these feel really good, so they don't feel like they have anything, but I'm just going to sit them in there, have different colors. I love to have colors in my food, and I don't need a whole lot of carrots, so that will be, get some, actually I'm going to take that orange, no, I can't do that, because crust, once you take things out, it's kind of weird. So there's my carrots, and like I said, I'm going to really have to cook these up really later, because if I don't, they're going to go bad. So I'm just going to mix that down in there. And I never did this before, but I'm always thinking of different ways of speeding things up as far as cooking for car camping, because it does take a long time. And any time that you're going to cook, and I've been learning this the hard way, is, you know, if you want dinner, you got to really start early, depending on what kind of stuff you have for cooking and where you're situated, because Starlight has one burner stove. And so like if you got just a one burner stove, guess what, and you got a whole bunch of stuff to cook, you're going to want to really start super early as far as getting things ready. to eat, because otherwise you might be eating at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night if you don't start early enough, because everything takes a long time. You gotta, figure out what you're eating, grabbing it all out of the car, and then depending on where you're setting up, that's why doing things like the last video I just made is about how to clean dishes car camping without a sink. When you just pull over and you don't have, Charlie's got to grab a bag, but this way here, you really think quicker about how to prepare food, because it takes hours to do this, and so you always got to think ahead of, there's no estimation. I can't itch my eyes with onions, but I got an itch and I can't itch it. But you can't figure it out on how long it's going to take, because it all depends on how many stoves you have. If you got plug-in stuff, of course, unless you got some kind of thing in your car that you can plug things in, like an outlet, and it will work. Starlight can't do that here. So with just one burner stove, you really have to start early, figuring out how to do everything. So fun car camping is collect bags, collect Ziploc bags. I mean, if you don't have the money to go out and buy Ziploc bags, I collect these doggy bags. I use them for putting vegetables, all my vegetable peelings in there, and or I save my my bread bags, or any bags that I can get that aren't dirty looking. And this way, when I throw my food in the garbage at a park, I'm not just throwing, Starlight actually would just throw these out in the bushes because they're just going back to Mother Earth. So, but at a park, you're not gonna, it's not really good to just throw all your vegetables, because a lot of the parks, they have garbage cans, but those garbage cans don't even have a garbage bag. So it's going to draw a lot of bugs. So, I don't see there's any harm in taking this bag here to put, because I'm running out actually of bags in my car. I give so many things away to other people. So it's good to actually, put your peelings and your vegetables, scraps into a bag. So since I'm making a tossed salad, I might end up having to make 2 salads here. I'm going to actually grab my other knife because I can make thinner slices. Now, Starlight wasn't planning on doing this, but since I have everything here and ready, I might as well just make this, just to show you that you don't need to go to a picnic table or a park to eat stuff, when car camping. You might want to just pull over on a side of the road somewhere and make it happen. So this is how you can make it happen without doing the extra driving and stuff like that. So Starlight is going to do super thin. I like super thin onions. And so Starlight just chopped that in half. And this is just I don't have a lot of ingredients, but Starlight is just gonna eat what she has. Tomorrow I'm gonna get more vegetables, but I'm just gonna work with what I have today. And I am so content with the vegetables and fruit that I received today. So I'm not gonna complain. I'm just grateful that I was able to go somewhere and pick this stuff up. So there we go. So now I'm going to actually strain out my vegetables here. Now I'm going to take my bowl here like I have, and I'm going to get my iceberg and mix it up, kind of break it apart a little bit. And this will be all ready for me later on, and I'm going to plan on having dinner around 5 o'clock, so that way I already have my other meal ready for tonight. And so all I got to do is make sure my food is on the dashboard of my car and my car is facing the sun. Woohoo! Don't worry, that's just for Starlight. So there, that's plenty enough lettuce there. And this is just a quickie. And because I got extra, I'm going to end up making 2 bowls of salad. So, I'm trying to think, maybe I don't have, maybe I have that, sometimes the bowl is there. So, no, I don't have that other bowl. I'm trying to think of what I did. So that's alright. So Starlight's going to put her other lettuce in here. That way, later on, I'm just going to take the carrots out. They're all rinsed out. And I've learned a lot of stuff on this this camping, cooking and car camping. Like when I do, you can't do this, it's not really good to do this with rice, but I've done it with potatoes, like cooking potatoes, like I have a rice cooker, I put like a couple eggs. I gotta move my camera here. So when I do cooked potatoes, I will put raw eggs with the shells, that is, with the shells right in with my potatoes. So then when my potatoes are cooking, my eggs are getting boiled at the same time, and then I can just spoon out my potatoes. So I found a lot of shortcuts as far as car camping, because if I didn't do that, I would have to wait for the potatoes to get done, and then, you know, do my eggs after. And now how long do I have to wait? So, you know I mentioned about having a, convenience and all this, but car camping, cooking takes a long time if you only have one burner stove. And so that's why Starlight has learned different ways. I'm really good at that. We all have talents and gifts and, things that we can apply to our everyday life. So think of the different ways in your life that you can actually, speed things up as far as, different things. And I'm not talking about technology and all that stuff, but, like where I am right now, like car camping. So I'm going to put my onions in here. So like I said, this is not like a big fancy salad. So I'm going to put half of the onion on this side over here. And you never know what you're going to learn from Starlight here as far as cooking or any other thing, because I got a lot of gifts and I got a lot of talents, and I want to use them and share them with other people to make your life easier. And because our time is everything, and that's one thing you got to realize, is that you want to use your time wisely. And I'm not talking about, hey, the convenience of going out and buying more junk when you don't need it. This is about car camping, and because it does take time to do all this. So now I'm going to get my other part of the onion ready for my salad, and really this is all you're gonna need really when it comes to salad. You don't want to make too much because the salad goes quick. And like I said, those carrots, like tomorrow, I really need to do something with those carrots, because those carrots won't last. They go so quick. I actually talked to another lady in the park, and I help her out as much as I can, and we were talking, and she's like, oh yeah, my carrots just went, yeah, baby carrots in a bag. It is weird. I've rinsed them out. Sometimes I find some of them that are a little soft, and then I rinse them off and then put them in a container or put them in a baggie, and bam, they're done. That's it. There's no more. And they get nasty really quick. So anyway, I love onions. So like if I get a sub made, it's like, oh, add extra onions. So Starlight loves her onions. They're really good for you. So all those onion lovers out there, Starlight definitely. I come from a family, everybody ate onions in my family. Little joke, it's kind of funny, even my sister that's blind, she didn't know any better, and she was really young, and she was sitting at the table when she was really little. She was probably about 3 or 4 years old, because I was her mom. And it was so funny. She reached over on the table, and I really wasn't noticing. I think we were cooking and doing different things, and my sister Kelly couldn't see, what she was grabbing, but she could feel. And so she reached up on the table and found something round, and she don't know any better. She can't see it, and she just took one big ass bite of a whole onion. I was like, and it was so funny because when she ate that, and it went when she ate it, there was no reaction. I mean, she ate it like it was an apple. It was so weird, and I don't know. I never looked that up. I don't know how their taste buds are compared to somebody that, can see. I don't know if their taste buds are any different. But she just bit a hold of that thing. She didn't spit it out or anything. She just kind of ate it, and it was like, oh my! I can't believe she just grabbed that. So yeah, onions are really good for you. And so now Starlight is going to do her carrots. And I got to really be careful of this. I got to watch out here because I got stuff wanting to fall off. But I don't want to, just trying to find the sharpest part of this knife here. And that is one thing, Starlight needs a knife. But a man gave me this knife from a different state. So that was really great. So this is going to be so cool because they're all little different circle colors of carrots. And color is very healing, so when you cook, add more color in your food. Don't be afraid to have fun with your vegetables, making a salad. And of course, like here with Starlight, this is what I got today, so I'm going to take what I have and use it. So I am doing 3 carrots at one time to slice them up, and I'm going to try to use all of these carrots because I don't want to waste them. And so I hope everyone is doing great out there, and hello to all you car campers out there. Isn't this wonderful is to experience what it is like to be free. Car camping is amazing. I'll tell you what, lazy people do not car camp. So there's people that sometimes think, people that live in their car. When you're doing all this, guess what? Your work doubled. I say doubled because it does take extra time, and there's different, doing dishes are a lot different than doing it at a house. And, it's not like you're going to just stick it in a dishwasher. Even if Starlight lived in a house, I'm not going to stick it in a dishwasher, Starlight is not a dishwasher fan. So here we go. Add those in there. So there's that. Like I said, I don't have a lot of goodies to throw in a salad. Starlight loves to add everything and anything in a salad. Just watch the fingers. I really got to be careful because this foam is really, not meant for doing this. But Starlight is taking a chance today doing this, so I do have to really watch my fingers. But boy, this purple, I've never had rainbow carrots. I wonder how they make them purple and yellow. So that will be a question. So I'm just going to, because they're so close at the end, I don't want to cut my fingers, and I don't mind if they're different sizes. So that's good for me on the carrots. I'm going to put the rest in the bag, and that's probably what ends up happening to the carrots. It's like, just because the carrots knows that it's been open, it seems like once that bag is open. Alrighty. Now we only got one more thing to do. So this is just a really simple salad, onions, carrots, an iceberg, and also hard-boiled eggs. So I'm just gonna use these up because I found a place to stick them. Where's my bag? So I'm gonna stick these in the bag. Alrighty. So take the shell. Alrighty. There we go. There's one. So doing hard-boiled eggs, as long as you eat hard-boiled eggs, that's a great thing to do. You know, a great, you know, a snack for the daytime, or even add it into different dishes. So Starlight doesn't eat meat, but that is one way that I do get my protein besides beans and nuts and other items. So there we go. I don't want to use that knife. I gotta make sure it doesn't run away on me. So this is how Starlight has always done her eggs. I do them in my hands, kind of like an onion, checkerboard. Turn it around, and then get my salads out. And I really don't have a lot of dishes to clean after this. This is pretty much rinse off. So get those in there. And there we go. There's one salad already made. So and there we go. So there we go. There's that. So now this was just to make a salad, but you know, just like what I did earlier is I did cook outside here. I'll put this knife away. So everything is right here handy. You don't have to go to really like a park, you know, with the benches and all that. If you're just like, hey, you know, we just need to pull over and just, you know, if there's no benches, no grill, that's okay. You just got to think of the kind of food that you have in your car and how to make it work. And with car camping, there's no place for being picky. You know, you kind of have to go with the flow. You know, if you got it, you got it. If you don't, you don't. So anyway, I hope you love this video as far as, you know, just pulling over. And like I said, I normally would do it right inside my car in the back. So, but it just was, it wouldn't have been easy to make a video, you know, so you could see everything that I'm doing. It would have been very difficult for you to see everything that I'm doing, and that is why Starlight went and did it like this. But if you have an SUV, you know, if you got space in the back of your SUV in the back, you know, you could do everything right there, and it's so easy, and you can stand up and do it instead of, I normally never do it like this. So I'm only doing this because of a video, to sit down and so you can see what I'm doing. So I hope you really get a lot of help from this video. This is Starlight. Namaste. This is Starlight. Love, light, and peace.